Good morning! It's Lori from Lore Stitches here on YouTube and also Lore Stitches over on Instagram. We're here today to do Flosstube number 10. Alright, so welcome back, guys. If you're returning viewers, I appreciate you coming back to see what we're going to talk about today. If you're new here, this is a channel about cross stitch. We call it Flosstube. And so I invite you to hang around and watch and see if there's something that you like. I tend to stitch a lot of fantasy things, a lot of Halloween. All the Halloween I can get, I pretty much stitch. My dogs will probably be making special appearances here because it's Friday morning, July 21st. It is 8:05 a.m. I am not quite awake yet, and welcome to my pajama party because that's what we're doing here today, apparently. I rolled out of bed, got the dogs fed, got them outside 10,000 more times because golden retrievers need to go right back out as soon as they're right back in. I have one dog, Loki. He's my oldest. He's sleeping right down here on the floor beside me, so you can't see him. He comes up to the door like he wants to come in. As soon as I open it, he's like he's gonna, who's coming out? Am I gonna want to go play with them? Maybe I want to play with them and not who is out here with me now. And then he'll turn around and run. So, you know, they want to go out all the time. They have to come in so they can go right back outside. So anyway, I already filmed 20 minutes of this and forgot to plug in my microphone. So we're starting over today. Again, how awake I am. You can hear I still have a morning voice. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, people. But it's a pajama party today, so I got my pajamas on. We're just going to roll with it. It is cold AF down here in my craft room. It is 66 degrees in here. So when I'm down here, I have to have blankets or I have to have a sweatshirt or something because, whew, buddy, my hands would freeze if I didn't. And you can't stitch when you have frozen hands. So anyway, I am going to start off by taking a drink of my hot tea. I say hot tea, but it's like more milk. Doesn't it look like that? This is my super cute mug. Sunshine is my favorite color. I put protein drink as my creamer in my tea. So, yeah. That's what's in there. So, I don't drink coffee, so I need some caffeine to get me going this morning because, whoo, I feel like I am dragging. Alrighty. I am going to first talk about the Frogwarts box I got. I took part in a virtual cross-stitch retreat called Frogwarts that is put on by the Black Needles Society. It is the first ever cross-stitch retreat that I have taken part in. I figured it was a good first one because I'm a little bit of an introvert. So I figured this would be an easy way to kind of ease into something like that. Also, I adore Harry Potter, and please don't come at me. I get that there's some things that are unacceptable that are said. This cross-stitch retreat does not use licensed products for that reason. So I participated in it, and it was awesome. I really liked it. I am a competitor, though, so I had to hold myself back, not even hold myself back, reel myself back and say, whew, girl, don't stress, because I wanted to compete with everything, and I never knew there was a sport called competitive cross-stitch, but there is, and I took part in it, and I didn't fail, but, you know, I didn't do half as much as the other girls. They were talking about, oh, I shouldn't say girls, there were some males there, there was at least one I know, because there was the two, I think their cross-stitch channel is called Akio Cross-Stitch, or Akio Whips, I think it is. So it's a husband and wife team. They were both there. They were having a competition between the two of them, so that was kind of funny. But anyway, I did get a box from them before we went into our weekend. It started on a Wednesday night. Hi, Indy. I know. Oh, gosh. He's going to try to jump up here. Quit stepping on Loki. Go. 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 Anyway, So I'm going to go through the box that I got, and then we're going to move from then into whips, and then we'll come back to haul because I have other haul. So let me start with some of the things we got in the box here. First of all, we got this super cute project bag that is the Mermaids. This was Frogwarts Year 4, so it was based on the Goblet of Fire. I love a mermaid, any kind of mermaid. This is a waterproof bag, so it's really nice. Not as big as some of my other project bags, but it can hold a small project in there, so that's super cute. So that was one thing. We got a spew hat, because this is the year that Hermione does the Society for the Promotion of Elfish Warfare. And in solidarity, I have Free the House Elves on. But it doesn't match. So, but this was a cute little hat that was included. There was a Quidditch World Cup ticket wallet. There were needle minders. Everyone got a different one. Mine is the common... Oh, I did this. All right, common Welsh green. There were some wax melts. This is a Care of Magical Creatures, and apparently there's a surprise in here. But I currently have another scent in my wax melt warmer, so it has to wait till I get done with that. There is an 1/8 of 32 count Lugana. This is Quick Quotes Quill, bright green. And then there were color and cotton threads that were made just for this retreat. So here's Chocolate Frog, which is brown. Peach, I love this color. It is super cool. This is Canary Cream. This one is Sugar Quill. And this is Berry Crunch. Oops. There we go. Berry Crunch. Nice variegation in that, but oh man, this is my favorite. I don't usually go for yellows, oranges, reds, those kind of things, but I like this pinky yellow color. There was also a pen, and it says on it, this is a port key, and it has a little puzzle in here. It's like a little maze, and there's some silver balls that you can kind of, I don't know if you can see them on the bottom there, but you can kind of get them through the maze. There is a Dark Mark temporary tattoo. The mug that they send out every year. It's got the Durmstrang ship, the Beauxbatons, and then in the middle is the Triwizard Cup. There is Mad Eye Moody's Eye. It's a stress ball. And on the back it says Constant Vigilance. And then there were patterns sent, right? So Firewing Designs. I'd never heard of this designer. One is Earth. I think these are different for everybody. And one is Dragonfly number 9 Fairy Ring. I think that's all. I think that's all of the stuff that came in the box. Oh no, there's a blanket. And I have it right back here behind me. It shows the Yule Ball. So you can see Harry, Ron in his dress robes, Hermione. I love a good blanket down here because, it gets cold. Alrighty, so that's all the things that were in the Frogwarts box. Like I said, it started on a Wednesday night. I took off work, realized I was making it more competitive than it needed to be, maybe. But I was stressing myself out over it. And I said to myself, girl, you took off work for this. You do not need to be stressing. I don't take off work a whole lot for fun. So chill out. Let's do this how you want to do it. Make of it what you want to make it. And then just have fun. So once I sort of came to that conclusion, which was sometime middle of the day, Thursday, it started Wednesday night. I was up until 2 a.m. because all the times are mountain. And the last stitching challenge is at midnight my time because I'm on Eastern time. I went to bed at 2:30 in the morning. And had a hard time going to sleep. And then my dogs are up at 6:30 every morning, because that's normally when I get up for work, ready to go potty, ready to go eat. Like, you're not getting away from that. They're right in your face, you know. So I had about 4 hours, or much less probably, of sleep on Thursday morning, and I dragged throughout the whole day, and I made it until the evening, and then I was like, I don't think I can do this. I think I did stay up and listen to the house points and the Quidditch points and stuff like that at 11, and then I was in bed. I did not stay up for the midnight stitch. There are something overnight called time turners where you can go back and do a challenge within the last 24 hours. But I did not even do that. The last one is at 7 o'clock in the morning my time, which I could do if I could get all my dogs wrangled and out and, back in to eat, and then out 10,000 more times before then. So yeah, I didn't do any of the time turner challenges, and I just finally let it go and said, don't stress. This is your first year. Do whatever is fun for you. I did, however, find, do you know how I've been talking about how, like, my eyes are terrible and I can't see anything and I'm going to have to switch to Ada? Readers. I picked some up, readers, and they're just like the lowest ones, and it's a miracle. It is a miracle. I mean, I wear contact lenses. I have to wear them for astigmatism. And I was having such a hard time seeing anything up close. But when I put these on, it's like magic. And I can miraculously see all the holes again. And that it just made me so happy. I can't even tell you, like, man, I'm getting tears in my eyes even, because I hadn't stitched. I think that's why I wasn't stitching so much, guys, because I was so frustrated that I had to use the magnifying glass right in front of my face. This made a total difference. And so now I feel like I have to buy multiples of them and stick them everywhere and use them. And it's a game changer for me. So it's so stupid that I'm tearing up about it. Anyway, so yeah, I really, really enjoyed my weekend, and I got a lot of things done. So when I last left you, let me reach over here to grab my whips here. When I last left you, I think I was working on Atlantis. It was, I think, this one. You can see there's a little X there now. And my whip go goal for Atlantis was to finish the house and the wave underneath the house. And so let me show you where I was before. This is what it's supposed to look like all the way finished. And I'm just over here on this side. I've got some of this stuff done. And I was working on this big house at the bottom. So, this is Owl Forest Embroidery. And this is done. I got my goal done. I'm so excited. You can see the wave all along the bottom here I finished. The house is all completed. I am really, really excited. I am so excited. This fabric is fabric that came in the kit by Owl Forest Embroidery. When I was counting my last stitches on this house, I realized I've stitched it in the wrong color. It's supposed to be this orangey color. Oh, I was so upset, guys. You guys, oh. When I look on this picture, it looks yellow. So, I didn't even look at the key, really. I was just like, oh yeah, that's that yellowy colored thread in there. So I'm just going to grab it. These are all the threads that you get. This is the closest to yellowy that I had. So I was like, yep, that must be it. It's supposed to be in this orangey color. Which, when I look at the picture, it doesn't look orangey. It's the same one as this up here. It doesn't look orangey. So, I have entirely stitched it in the wrong color, the big part of the house. Because it's supposed to be this color, and it's not. So, my concern is, because this is a kit, am I going to have enough of that yellowy color left for the rest of the pattern? And there is a lot of pattern to go, guys. A lot to go. I did pull open the pattern and look at it. There are some fish and seahorses and part of this octopus over on this end that are all in this color. So I'm going to do as much as I can in that, but I might have to switch some of those fish to the orange color because I'm not gonna frog this whole thing. Whoo. So usually I'll say I fudge it and then I end up pulling it because perfectionist. But I'm not going to for that one. In fact, I kind of like how it looks on the fabric in that color. It kind of stands right off of it. So I'm calling that goal complete. And I marked it off my whip go board. My next one that I worked on was in the... Oh, that's Frogwarts Year 1. I already showed that. We got Frogwarts Year 4 in the box as well, in the Frogwarts box. And each year is based on that book. So there were prompts that we had to match on those stitching challenges, and some of them, I didn't want to do penalty stitches because you could only get, for every 25 stitches you get 1 point, and if you're penalty, for every 50 you get 1 point. Well, in an hour, I can only bang out about 100 on average. The first night I got like 156, and I was kind of shocked. It was something like that. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone there. So I started year 4. This fabric is called Scroll by BeStitchMe. I have my I Solemnly Swear a Lot needle minder on here. And I got a lot of the green border on that left side of the pattern done. I'm just doing mine in DMC. It calls for Gast and, I don't know, Crescent colors is color and cotton now, I think. There's some DMC Etoile in here, if I'm saying that right. Yeah, Gast and, yeah, color and cotton. So, that's where I got on that. And a lot of the prompts were like bugs and eyes and hands and whatever. So, I did pull out my Spooky Countdown by Primitive Hare. This is how this one is going to look. I believe when I last showed this to you guys, I was close to my whip go goal. My whip go goal was to complete 4 of these blocks. You can see here they're done like days on a calendar, but I'm doing the one that's all together. And I think I had 3 of them done when I last showed it to you. So let me show you what it looked like last time. Here's what it looks like now. Let me see if I'm showing that okay. Yeah. So I finished my last square. This year I had done the last 2 on this side, and I had done 1 in the second row. So I finished this number 11. So that's the 11th of October. It's got a little demon in it. Oh, it's down here. This one, the 11 with the demon. So I was able to finish that one out. And that completes my whip go goal for this piece. So this can go away. Atlantis can go away. This can go away now. So I'm really, really excited about that. This fabric is a fabric that I dyed myself. And this is a pumpkin needle minder by Gina's Unique Boutique. So I crossed off, it was one of these 2 down here. And that goal is done. The next piece I worked on during my Frogwarts retreat was Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. So this is what it's supposed to look like when it's done. And I have this block completely finished already. And my whip go goal is to do the whole second block. But these blocks are huge. I don't know if it says how many stitches are in one block. But anyway. Let me show you what I had done on it last time. I think it was just the hill, the gravestone, and then the hill on the side of the tree and part of the tree. This is where I'm at now. me move this because it's hard to see. So, I probably would have gotten much farther, except I realized that my mouth on here was 4 stitches off. And then because I based my eye on those 4 stitches, this eye was off. And then I had based part of this eye on where this eye was, and so that was off. So I had done on this left, that's my right side. My right side, I think all the way up to the top of this eye. And I frogged all of it all the way back down to here. And I frogged all of this back down to here. And I restitched it. So I would have had so much more done if I hadn't had to do that. But progress. This is progress. I did not have the bird in the tree. I did not have the second eye finished. And I did not have all of this finished over here. You can see where my little snake is going to go because he's outlined now. So there's still quite a bit to do on this pattern. I want to say there's even a second tree. There is. Sad for me. And there's another big gravestone between this tree and this tree. But I am really pleased with the progress that I made on this. This fabric was also dyed by me. It's a Cafe Mocha Mystique is what I called it. You can see there's some variation in the colors. There's a little bit of white kind of every once in a while. This is a Gina's Unique Boutique needle minder. And yeah, that's where I am. So I'm going to try to keep cranking along on this one anytime I get prompts for it, especially on like my fandom cross-stitching page. They're doing Lord of the Rings. So I haven't looked at them in a hot minute just because I was so frustrated with not being able to see my stitching. But once I found these, I should be able to start participating again. So I'm going to see if stuff fits this and keep going with it. And I can maybe cross this one off. Yep, it's that one. So, yeah. Some progress for sure. And I'm really excited about that. And this is the end of the black line. So it just goes up, over, and around. And I just got to fill that stuff in. So it shouldn't be much more. But, again, I am super, super pleased with all I got done on this. So, alright, so let me put that out of the way here. I then picked up Away We Ride. On that one, my Whip Go goal, it is this bottom one right here. My Whip Go goal is, I got all of the acorn border along the top done. Let me just show you a picture of what it looked like last time. That'll be the best way to do it. This is what it's supposed to look like when it's completely done. Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. So my next goal was to do this kind of black border up here. And then to get all these words done. And go from there. So I only stitched on it for one challenge. So I think for 1 hour. And I am using the Gast threads for this, so they're so pretty. And this is where I'm at now. So I almost have that kind of zigzaggy border completed. You can't really see where the edge is, but right here where this dragon is, this is a Clay by Kim needle minder, is pretty much the corner, and then it'll go down. And then I can start on those words in here. So I did get some of that done, which is progress. This is a picture of this plus fabric. I want to say, oh, what is it called? Here it is. Legacy. This is 28 count Lugana Legacy by Picture This Plus. So I at least worked on those. One other thing I did work on that I'm going to have to go grab is my mini Sleepy Hollow by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's on 28 count easy grid. Sorry if you hear the panting. I have a puppy right here who's wanting my attention. It's on a 28 count easy grid fabric. I'm pretty sure it's 28 count. And I did knock out 200 stitches on that. Now it's on my Whip Go board. Mini Sleepy Hollow, where are you? It is right below the free space, so it's right here. It has not been called yet, but it did meet one of my prompts. And on Whip Go, anything that I have that's full coverage is 1,000 stitches. So I did knock out, I think it's 201 stitches on that. So that's 800 more that I got to go to meet that prompt this year. So let me show you what it looked like last time. Here's a picture of what the whole thing will look like. And I'm working up here in this corner. So I have some of the tree branches done and I'm starting to work on the skull and the moon. And I have it in my pillow sham here so that I can keep it dust free. So I did this square and this square. So this square, this square. So 201 stitches completed. This is a glow in the dark needle minder by Gina's Unique Boutique. And again, fabric is that easy grid. Looks like 28. So at least I got a couple hundred knocked out on that for a future whip call. And she'll be calling again next week. So that'll be good. And this is in a bag that Stitch All the Things did. She was doing some bags and she was giving them or selling them on Instagram. So I was able to get one of her bags. So those are all my whip updates. That's everything that I worked on over the weekend and a little bit before that. Some of the games were really fun. I'm going to move my mic. Sorry if it makes sound. Some of the games were really fun that you got to play. Like you got to do a stash dive. You had to lock yourself in one room, including a closet, which of course this was my room. And they would give you a list of, I think, 20 things you had to find and take a picture of in your stash. And each day it would be a motif in the pattern name, in the designer name, a needle minder, a scissor fob, a bag, or one day it could be anything in your room, which to me in my brain was still cross-stitch things. And if I would have thought about it, I've got books and stuff. Like some of them were in quotes and you had to find that exact word in the stitching that you were doing. Or on whatever other thing they gave you. Every time was the motif in the stitching. But there was also one other thing usually that you could find those things in. And so the last time, or the second to the last time, we had all the words in the song that the mermaid sings, or the egg sings underwater or whatever, I think. And then, so it was like sings, recover, took. Like I don't have cross stitch pieces that have all those words in them. It was one design for each word. You couldn't use the same one twice. But I have all the books in here. I can't remember if that's the one where we could use anything in our room or not. But, oh well, I know for next time. So, and a lot of times when people are posting their stash, you just get so enabled because you're like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I want that. Like I need to go put it in my cart now. We also played Quidditch where we had 3 rows of 15 items each, and then 15 minutes into the Quidditch match, they would put out a snitch that was very hard to find, and somebody would have to go find that in your team. And so my team had an excellent technique, and it was amazing, and we're going to try to be together next year because we worked so well together. We started second to last because some of us, it was our first retreat, so we didn't know what was going on. We started second to last, and by the end we were third place, so that was pretty good. We played one game each night. where we had to do that. But my team was so amazing. We would call 15 minutes before it started in a Facebook Messenger call. So we got to see each other and chit chat and talk. And that was so awesome. I really loved talking with them. I actually missed talking with them. And sometimes at the end of the night, if we couldn't find something, we would keep looking. We were all Ravenclaws on our team, so of course we kept looking. But we would find some of them later, and then we'd be like, oh, I found this on Etsy, and we'd be putting it up in our group chat with a link, and then we'd be like, oh, yep, I'm buying that. So we were enabling each other, and it was really fun. Anyway, so that went great, and I really enjoyed it. Let me next go through some haul. I will have a lot of Etsy haul just because I was enabled during that retreat. So let me kind of get to that. One of the things that I found, oh my gosh, you guys, it's so pretty. You guys have to see this. I found this during one of my searches. These colors are my jam. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love it. Let me see if I can tell. It is called stained glass, maybe? That's what it looks like. I love this crow or raven or whatever it is. Let me see if I can find out who sells it for you. Ooh, it looks like they have another one. A cat. Oh, guys, doesn't this look good too? I'm just going to enable myself. Okay, this is called Sharova Creations. S-H-E-R-O-V as in Victor A. Like Victor Crumb. Oh my gosh. I didn't even look at her shop. And now, it might be a he. I don't even know. It's all a bunch of... you guys. I need to buy more. Look at all these stained glass cross stitch things. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna have to look through that later. What? Look at this Dark Wonderland. I'm not an Alice in Wonderland. Beautiful. You guys, there's so many things on here. Anyway, sorry. Distraction. And then there is one of the girls on my Quidditch team found this guy called Atomic Tiki Pins. P-I-N-S. Atomic Tiki Pins. It's all one word. And he does a lot of neat mandalas for things. Like there's the Princess Bride mandala. There's the Addams Family mandala. And since we were doing Harry Potter, she had found a Harry Potter one. This is also a mandala. Sorry for the shaking. So I picked up that one. And then there was another designer that had, it's called Spell X Stitch. Samplers and primitives, but they do some cute Halloween things. But they had a lot of the Harry Potter years. You can see them kind of in this top row here. So I picked up all the years for those. And they're on sale for $7 each, and it's PDF. So, but there's some other ones. There's some Halloween ones, some fairy tale ones. I'm going to have to look through those as well. So I picked up all of those during the cross stitch retreat. And then I did get some more colors from Night Stalker Calling. I picked up the color called Peacock. I really liked it. I think they were selling out of it. So I just grabbed the last 4. And I did talk to them because if you guys remember, I got the color called, oh my gosh, the Bog of Eternal Stench. The name is from the movie Labyrinth. And I am going to do woodland vines with it. But I realized after I bought 6 skeins of it that I don't have enough. I need 7. And so ideally I want to have 8 just in case, because you never know when you're going to mess it up. Especially me. So I contacted them and asked if they can do a couple more skeins or what. And they actually said that they do redo them. So they were going to message me when they redid them, if they could remember, which I'm sure they got a lot going on. But anyway, so I might pick up more of these later if these come back up, because these, again, are my colors. So I love this purple, green, turquoise, blue, stunning. So I got those. And then, I might have talked about this last time, I don't know. But I picked up as much of this as I could. This was called Poison. Yeah, it's awesome. And I grabbed a bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I grabbed 8 of these just in case I want to use it on a big sampler, because I think this would look really awesome on black. It almost looks like it glows. It is so bright, right? But man, wouldn't that pop off of black fabric? I could see doing a monochromatic piece on black. I just got to find the perfect pattern for it. So if you guys know, put it down below, because I'm looking for something to stitch this on black. It would be such a cool combination, and I'm so excited for whatever it may be. But I want it to be kind of spooky or whatever. So it almost kind of goes with my Quill quotes fabric, but anyway, so I did pick up that as well. And also I picked up some things from Live and Die in LA, which is also on Etsy. I picked up a couple of skeins of their Aurora Borealis. One of these came undone in the package, it looks like. These are... They have a sheen to them, but I don't think they're silk. I think they're cotton. They just feel soft. This is 25 yard skeins. So that'll be something. So that's 50 yards right here. So that'll be good. And then while I was there, I was kind of checking out their fabrics, because they do fabrics as well. And I did pick up Hazy Shades of Winter in 28 count Lugana. It's kind of a gray blue color. So that'll be a really good neutral to do. And then I also picked up Aurora Borealis, but I picked it up in opal. So that is 28 count opal. And you know I can find something to go on that. So I got that. Ooh, let me get some of this stuff out of my way here, because my things are piling up. Okay. And then... yesterday, here's my 2 more skeins of the Bog of Eternal Stench, because Night Stalker's Calling on Etsy re-uploaded, and they had done new colors just in the last couple of weeks. Forgot to let me know, but cool, because I was stalking their account anyway. So I got the 2 more, so I could start woodland vines now. It looks a little bit darker than what was done before, so I'm just gonna have to mix it in, but I don't care. It's gonna be phenomenal. I am super excited about that. I'm even thinking about maybe it might look good on that that Hazy Mist fabric, because it's dark enough. I think it'll pop off of that. I just need to look at the other colors too, because if they're a little bit lighter, there's some of these like really light sort of colors here that might fade in with it. So I'm just gonna have to see. But and then I got my Mermaid box from Under the Sea Fabrics. So if you haven't seen this yet, I literally just got it last night when I got home from work. So if you have one coming and you haven't seen it yet, fast forward a little bit. I'm going to go through what all we got here. So there was a neat little letter with this wax seal on it. And it talks about what all's in here. And then there's a little card that also talks about it. There were 4 kits in here. So I have not opened everything out of the packaging, but There were 4 designers that took part in this. So Bella Filipina did a mermaid called Blue Lagoon. Let me kind of reach in here. That's this one. It's 86 by 92 stitches, so it's not very big, but man, she's cute. She's got some hips going on there, but she's cute. I mean, I myself have some hips going on here, so it's fine. And then Twilight Mermaid by Meridian Designs. Let me look here, because there's some stuff. Oh, here's the Lagoon Mermaid pack. So all the threads. There's some PTB in here. There's some Mill Hill beads in here. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but look at the thread drops. They have little fish on them. Can you see that? That's so cute. I haven't opened these, so I didn't know that. And then there's also a fabric to go with each one. So I don't know. Oh, that's something totally different. It's just a package of fabrics, so I'm sure it's the blue one, because I got an opalescent pack, so we'll have to open that up here in a second. So Twilight Mermaid was the next one by Meridian Designs, so super cute. She is 135 by 45 stitches. Looks like DMC, Mill Hill, Krynic, and a bead. So here's all of her stuff. Oh. There's needle minder sticking to that. This one has seahorses cut into it. Man, that's so cute. I love this. I love this so much. They even have them all labeled. Like, look, the DMCs are labeled here. And then that's one kit. Ooh, things are falling. Things are falling. The next one is Sea Hag kit. So this is by Sea Hag kit by Odd and Familiar Designs. So it says Sea Hag, noun, a mermaid before the first cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee. So we'll have to see if I change that to tea or what. It's not going to look right, but I might be able to fudge it somehow, move the cup of over. And then there's Dinky Dye silk. There's some ribbons. There's some fabric. So it must be to finish this in this little pillow, because it looks like there's some rickrack in there too. And then Here We May Be Free kit by Darling and Whimsy Designs. And then it looks like maybe a pillow also. It's got some fabric and finishing stuff. And there's a skein of, oh, Night Stalker threads in there. Night Stalker's calling. And then there are a couple of, there's a beading needle and a Bowen 26 needle in a little turtle and a shell. That's cute. There is some thread wax that's in a mermaid tail. There's some cute stickers in here. This one says, Making Waves. And then there's just a little. And then I got this little guy, whatever he is, as a needle minder. So sticker and this guy look the same. I don't know what he is. Maybe it says on here. Stitch Goblin. Yep, Stitch Goblin needle minder. That's cute. And then there's a little scissor fob that has a mermaid tail on the end. I don't know if everybody's was pink, but mine's pink. You can see maybe the little mermaid there. So I'll have to stick that on one of my scissors, some tea and some coffee samples. And then this, oh, there's a Mermaid zipper pull. And then this little, it says not so tiny mermaid needle book. That is cute, guys. This was amazing. I think that they said yesterday maybe on their Facebook page that they had just a couple of them left. So I don't know if they're all gone. But I really enjoyed this little package here. I signed up for it not really knowing what was going to be in it. But I love the mermaids, so I went for it. And pleasantly surprised with all the different things that were in here. That's pretty cool. I do want to see what these fabrics look like because I'm sure they're going to be awesome. So here's a little, this one is called Nereid, Nereid. This one is suggested for Here We May Be Free. So it's turquoisey color. Then there is helps if I don't read it upside down. Amphitrite, suggested for the Bella Filipina Blue Lagoon Mermaid. So this kind of purpley, turquoisey, bluey colors. And that's an 8th. And then there's another 8th. Ooh, that's pretty. Purple and pink. It is Nephele. Oh, it's 32 count. Glad I got those glasses. I'm going to need them. And then the last one is another 8th. No. It's not an 8th. It's a 16th, I guess. Ophelia is this one. It's kind of peachy, yellow, pinky. So, those are all the fabrics that came with this mermaid kit. And then, since I picked up Night Stalker's Calling, those 2 threads is the only thing I needed from their website. And, oh, I forgot something else that I got. I got some fabrics of theirs, too, to try out. So, I picked up, what is this? 18 count Ada Crag. So it's kind of a peachy orange color, but it's got some grays in it and stuff. So this was in their June fabric of the month, Night Stalker's Calling. And then I also picked up such a cool color. This other fabric, this is 20 count Ada, which I have never stitched on 20 count Ada before. And I bought this when I was like, I can't see the smaller sizes anymore. This is called Rock Biter. So again, that's a Labyrinth reference. So kind of dark gray with some lighter peachy colors in there. And because I was on a Labyrinth kick, apparently, I also picked up, let me grab it, this super cute needle minder. Hello. I love this little worm in the Labyrinth. I really want Ludo. I want a Ludo needle minder. And I can't find one anywhere. I think maybe on Etsy I saw one that was kind of the plastic. And I really don't like the plastic so much, but I might have to get it because Ludo is my favorite character on that show. That concludes haul. So I had one start. I worked on 3 or 4, I think 4 whips because Atlantis, Spooky Countdown, Mini, Sleepy Hollow, and Away We Ride. I knocked off 2 whip goals, and then had a couple of boxes to show. So I feel like this is a pretty good couple of weeks. So I am going to do a mid-year whip parade, just so you guys know. So you might be seeing some of these again real quick. But thanks for coming to my pajama party today and hanging out with me. I feel like I'm more awake now. The sun is kind of a little bit higher in the sky. It's about 9 o'clock, so we're almost an hour in here. But I think we'll do a whip parade to come out in a week or so, and then we'll keep moving on with some of these goals in the meantime. See if I can get myself a whip go. I feel like I'm close on that second row across here. It hasn't been called, this Night's Watch Oath. So that's the only one to kind of get that one going. But yeah, I'll just keep trucking along. For me, if I complete anything, I feel like that's a success. So yeah. Anyway, sorry for all the dog sounds in the background. I know they're getting a little antsy and playing and all of that over on the other side there. So anyhow, thanks for hanging out with me this long. If you've stayed this long, I appreciate it. Let me know if you guys know of any Ludo needle minders or any cool patterns that I could stitch the poison colored thread on black fabric, because black fabric is a beast, but I can do it. It'll be fine. Now that I got these, I can do anything. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you guys are getting lots of stitching done and lots of progress and having a great summer. So we will see you in the next one. Bye.